Morning everybody. Today I'm going to change consumer unit. It's a long drive. I don't normally drive this far, but we'll make an exception on this one. Yeah, we're going to get set up. No James today because this is on a Saturday and he's probably tucked up in bed right now. So James, if you're watching, mate, have a nice sleep and I'll see you shortly. Don't forget, when you order through wholesalers, register for the Hager Gang rewards points scheme. So what that is they're going to reward people buying stuff, and then with the CJR 150 code, if you use that, you get 150 bonus points. And then when you've got enough bonus points, you can get like the nice little blue screwdrivers that they do, a notepad, hoodies, etc. So make sure you sign up for Hager Gang rewards point scheme, and you can get your extra bonus points with this code here. Right, here we are. So the client is in the kitchen making a coffee. He's in there somewhere. This is the board that we are changing today. As you can see, we got the incomer coming to the main fuse. Luckily, on this one, we have got an isolation switch there we can use. There's a couple of bits we will change. You can see there. This is the board we're changing. So we're going to rip out the plastic board. Obviously, full test once we've changed the board. We'll do some testing as we go, and we're going to rip this out. We're going to put a Hager here, and then we've also got the Rcbo board with the built-in SPD, yeah? So we're going to be fitting this one today. So what we're going to do first is probably proof dead here, isolate, proof dead at the board, lock off here, and then we can do what we want then. Right, we locked off. I'll have to edit that. Right, we've locked off, we've proven dead, so the board's now dead. What I'm going to do is start from the main switch, working from left to right. I'm going to mark these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've only got 7 circuits, so it shouldn't be too bad. It's a little bit length here, look. So if I wanted to, I could move the board up, but we'll see where it falls. Yeah, we're going to mark them up, disconnect, rip the board out, and then we'll mount the new board, and then we'll get testing. Well, I've just started undoing these. I've marked up, labelled up, and I've just noticed that, look, that's a ring continuity, non-existent. So I don't know why that's come out. It's obviously just plopped out of that one there, look. But that's the first thing. That's a good job we're testing it, isn't it? Right, Hager kindly sent me this fuse board to use with a built-in SPD. We've got the back entry kit, but they've only sent me one, so I'm hoping we can get away with that. If not, we have got the grommet strip in there as well, which we could use, and I've also got some fire grommets in the van. What I'm going to do now is take the guts out of this consumer unit. Best thing to do is get this out of your way. Don't mess about with this in the board because you'll just end up getting in the way basically. So take this out and then undo the neutral connection, and that's the SPD earth there. So we get that out of the way, and that'll just give us a nice blank canvas to work from like that. So what I'm going to do now is offer this up in the cupboard. See my cable's got nice length on these. I'll offer him up, and we might even be able to bring them all through that centre hole. So I'll see you in a minute when we get this actually a little bit smaller, so that's all right. Yeah, it might even go a little bit higher, I'm not sure yet. See what the client wants me to do, but we'll ask in a minute. Right, we've got our grommet plate in there, it's quite nice. I think it goes that way because these things will foul on the wall if I don't put it the other way, and it will hit the wall, obviously. We've got our tail gland in there, and on these ones we have got the tail clamp, so obviously we don't need to fit a compression gland there because the tails will come up, then they'll go through the tail clamps. That will stop anyone pulling them out. So we're now going to get this mounted on the wall, and then we'll just start getting the cables dressed in, and I'll go and get the tester and stuff. All right, one little thing I like about these boards, you've got this slotted mounting point. So if you do get a little bit squiff, but I mean, don't look at that. There we go. Oh, it's straight now. There we go, straight now. I'll put me level on, obviously, not with a screw on it, Chris. We'll go with the level. Bang on. That's not that very accurate, to be fair, so you might just want to just get rid of that. Yes, so all the cables are now in. I've got loads of length. What I'm going to do is probably get the bar put back in, get all the RCBOs in, get the RCBO fly leads dressed in. I'll see if I can find the ferrules and then I can remake them off. Yeah, basically, and then we'll get some testing done. We've got a couple of ring finals here. We'll do some end-to-ends, make sure we've got ring continuity. If not, we'll have to hunt down the faults, but I'll be surprised if there's any faults. It looks pretty good, to be fair. Right, this is where I am at. I've got my RCBOs in. As you can see, I've gone for the highest load next to the main switch. So we'll have the cooker, the 2 ring finals, the burglar alarm, and then we've got the 6 amps for the lighting. We've got some space, and I've got my mirror here, and you can just see that we've got the gate there right on the MCBs, okay? I've now stripped out the old meter tails because I'm going to put in some flexi tails that I've got. They're just a lot better than those for when you're getting them into the tail clamp there. It'll come up in there. They fold round the side, and then he folds into the top of the switch there. Right, I've upgraded the meter tails. We've got some flexi tails in. I've put some saddles there to give them a bit of support. We've got the cable gland there, and then we've got the cable tail gland there. All I've got to do is dress in my CPCs. I've yet to do any testing. I wanted to get them in first, get them dressed in, and I'll just take them out individually to do the testing. Yeah, I can't really tell you much more until we get into the testing, so I'll see you in a bit. Right, there's our isolator. We're still locked off. I've disconnected the main earth. We're going to do a ZE at the board now. We'll liven up to the bottom, to the top of the tails. We'll do a ZE, and we're then going to just work through all the circuits. So we've got oven hob. We have to check the loading on that just to make sure that it's okay. It's on a 6mm on a 32, so if it ever did get put on full, it would obviously trip that. Got 2 ring finals. We've got the burglar alarm here, and randomly says fridge freezer, so we're going to have to check that. We've got lighting circuit, and smokes. You can double the smokes up onto the lighting circuit if you want. It just stops people turning them off. But as this is the client's own property, it's not rental, we're going to leave it as that because they're not stupid. They're not going to turn the smoke alarms off. So, yeah. Well, I've just carried out my ZE at the board, 0.13. So we'll add him into here. This is EICR, if anyone's wondering. And then we're going to go for a 1.9 KA at the board. We've got a 60947 rated 100 amps, 25mm, 60mm earth is in the hallway. And I just need to check the mains. Obviously, we probably put limb on this. Someone was saying that. We've obviously got the seals we can't cut off of the mains, so we're going to just put it as a limb. And we'll take it as a 1361 type 2B because that's what it says on the carrier, but we're not sure of what the amps is. So I've put all my circuits in. I just need to go now, work through, do a little bit of testing, and we'll show you that as we go. It's obviously not fantastic, but we've got an old supplementary there, look, that's disconnected. So this would have had maybe a towel radiator or something. Someone's changed it for this. I don't know the IP rating of this heater, but it literally goes through the wall there, and it comes through out here on a plug. So at least it was RCD backed up, because obviously we did have a dual RCD here for the sockets. So at least it did have an RCD into the bathroom, but I don't know what the IP rating of that heater is. But I think the downlights are low voltage, so they're okay because they're above. Yeah. So I'm just working through my
advisory warning.
Yeah, just forget about it for now. Just forget about it. Turn it off. The client's doing the iPad for me, which is handy. So we're doing our checks on our end-to-ends. So let's just give them a little bit of a squeeze, like that. So 0.20, just leave it as you wrote, and check that neutral. Should get the same reading on these, yeah?
Yeah.
0.19, so it's one better Yeah, put 0.19.
R next.
And then the R2 is the CPC. This is why we put them in different sleeving, yeah. So you'll see a lot of people moan about CPCs in the same sleeving. It just means it's harder to test because you have to take it all apart. But do it like this. So that should be 1.67 times higher, which that's actually probably better than that. 0.33.
For number 2.
Yeah. For the R2, yeah?
Yep.
Right, we're doing R1, R2 now. We're going to link out the opposite cables and we're going to go round with a tester and plug in. What you can do is add the R1 and the R2 together and divide by 4. That should give you the R1, R2. Okay. We then need to go around and do that. So we've done the maths. We're getting 0.13. And what we're actually getting is 0.12, which is good. So I'm just going to go around, do the rest of the sockets, and then we can find out how many points are on the circuit, etc. So 1.13, which is bang on. 1.3. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It might just be a kitchen ring and the rest is on its own. Let's check in here. I think this is some sort of parts room. No, so that means that it's not this circuit. So that must just be a kitchen circuit, hopefully. Let's have a look, try the lounge quick. Where are we over here? No, nothing. So bedroom. Yes, I've got socks on. I'm not doing any heavy lifting and I don't want to get the client's carpet dirty. Yeah, so it makes sense, doesn't it? No. Okay, good. I've just carried out some insulation resistance tests. What I like about these insulation resistance tests can be carried out at the load terminal with the device in the off position, which is really handy. So just do your mains connected with everything connected, do your insulation resistance test. I've got a couple of lighting circuits. I can't go between live and neutral directly, so I can link them out and go between because we've got lamps in still, unless we're going to go around and take every single downlight out, which a lot of time you don't, which you can do, but just put it down as a limitation between live and neutral. But you can double them up and then go between earth. That's fine because you'll test in between and against the CPC. So this insulation resistance on this board's fine. I'm going to go round now and carry out a couple of tests on the end-to-ends. So I've been working away and the client's just realised there's some dust in the way. So we just decided to get the duster out, which is a bit pointless because I'm bloody nearly done. So we just done our ZS. Highest was here. So this is that fridge freezer burglar alarm. This is the fridge freezer. So that does that point with that and the burglar alarm point. So that'll be the 2 points served. Here we got 0.26, which is good. And then we just done our RCD testing. So times 5, we can put 17.2 in the box. That's why we test. Right, we're just moving on to this second ring final. Just doing our R1s, 0.59, and then RN. Come on, where are you? There you are. Okay, and no continuity. Let's hope we've got continuity on the CPC. Got to find it now. 0.97.
Is that for our next?
No, RN is nothing. We've got a fault, and R2 is 0.97, 0.97. So we've got a fault. We've got an open circuit basically on these neutrals. We're going to find it now. Obviously, hopefully it's behind a socket circuit, so we're going to find that now. Well, I wanted to take this socket off anyway when I came because obviously we've got brass and we want it earthed. It is earthed, which is nice, and they've put fly lead on, which is even better, and the sockets, and it was all nice and tight here, so it's definitely not this one, but we'll leave that one off. We're going to go around and check a few more. There is a way we can do it with a fly lead and that, but there isn't many sockets in here, so, and I want to check a few anyway for my visuals, so we're just going to go around and do it the old school ways, just check most of the sockets, to be fair. Oh, the weather's lovely around here. I've just come to get the wander lead. We've obviously got a break on that socket, and I've come to get some lights because it's getting a bit dark. And I think we've got borrowed neutrals on the lighting circuits as well, which we're going to have to find as well, so joyous. Right, I've got the wander lead out the van. I've connected one end up to the neutrals of that circuit. Client just clicked the table. I've gone around the circuits and I can see that the circuit comes in here first. I got 0.10, then it's 0.16, 0.22 over there. Come to this socket, 0.35, and then the one this side of the sofa, which is the most awkward one, got nothing, okay? That's fine. So what I'm going to do is take this one off now. We're going to take this one off now and we'll have a look. I reckon they've bit down on the PVC, to be honest. Took it off, and it looks absolutely fine. We've got a reading on one of the legs, so we've got a break. I can't tell where this cable goes over that way, left or right. And we'll put this one back together. And I've got a suspicion it's going to be the one over in the corner there. But all these sockets are really nicely made off, which is obviously nice to see. We may as well put this one back and we'll move on because it's definitely not this one. So this is the next socket potentially on the ring, okay? I've got a feeling they've bitten down on the PVC rather than... See, again, it looks okay to me. We've basically got a break in this cable somewhere, and it could be... Here we go. There you go. I reckon I found it. I reckon that cable was in the terminal so deep it wasn't biting on the screw. Right, let me grab the... We're going to check now. Both ends. If I've got a reading on both ends of this now, that's good. Because that means, because I've got my crocodile clip on both ends at the board. So we've got a break in this cable still. So it isn't that, and this one should be okay. So that one's absolutely fine. So we've got a break between this socket and have we got that one off? Did we check that one?
We checked that one, that was fine.
So
the other one down the other end of the sofa.
Down that end?
Yeah.
We had a break?
Yeah.
So it's between this socket and that socket, there's a break in the cable. Got the fly lead from the consuming it there, which we were using. I've got my legs split here, if you have a look. And what I'm going to do is try and... The break is between this socket and the socket on the other side of the sofa there. What we're going to have to do tonight, or this is going to be it, we're going to find the three that go together, put them in Wagos, find the cable that, and we're going to end up with two 16 amp radials basically coming from the board with no joint in the middle, which is absolutely fine. And it isn't the kitchen circuit. Don't hit my head on that. So I'm going to go over here. I'm now going to check that is the right cable that I've got, because I've now got two crocodile clips, one here and one here. And then whichever cable I don't get a reading on, so that one is fine. So that cable goes from here to there. So it's wherever that cable goes. So it might actually go, hold on a minute. If we've got a reading from there to there, what we need to do now is split. Have you got a terminal on you? No?
No.
Let's have a look. Let me get one. Right, we've found the cable that goes from here. It goes over to there. We've got continuity. If you go onto the red, please.
Same circuit?
Yep. Same bit of cable.
Yeah. Go on.
So we got 0.09, which is about right. It's a nice little short run. Go on the CPC, the earth.
Yeah.
So we got 0.14, which is about right. And then go on the neutral.
Yeah.
Absolutely nada. So that cable there runs over to that socket. This will then be a 16 amp radial. We'll put this in connectors, leave it in the back of the socket, and we're just going to have to split the circuit at the consuming it and have two 16 amp radials now. Right, what I've basically done is screw back that socket. So effectively now we'll have end of radial here. We'll have end of radial here. What I expect it to do is run in the bedroom back to the board. That'll be one radial now, and then it'll come out the board. He'll go into the other bedroom. Kitchen's on his own. He'll come here, and then here, and that'll be end of circuit there. So what I'm going to do now is put my wander lead back at the board. I can do my R1, R2s now, check the circuits, and then we can put these on two 16 amp radials basically. Right, we've just checked this circuit here. We've got continuity. He runs over to that socket as I thought. We're now going to this circuit, and we should have this circuit here. We're just going to go between the cables now. So if you go on the red, mate.
On the red?
Yeah, and press test.
0.22.
22, yeah, so it's shorter. It's just going into the bedroom. Black. Test.
Hold on. Yeah.
Right, effectively what you can see, I've put the 3 cables where the damage is, somewhere, I don't know where it is, but it's basically this cable here. So we'll leave him in. What I'll do is I'll write in the back of this socket, this disconnected because there's a broken neutral conductor basically. I'll put that in that socket. He'll get screwed back, and then that cable runs over to here. And then we've got another broken neutral conductor here. So again, I'll do the same. I'll just write in the socket that it's broken and it's been disconnected. Do not connect, and I'll also put it on the test sheet. So we can screw that one back, and now we've effectively got 2 radials. So we've now got the circuit on. This is the first one on that circuit. It goes 1. It should go 2 over here. Yeah, 2. Is that the only 2 in here?
Yeah, in there. You've got one in the hallway.
2, 3, hopefully this one. 3. Jesus. 3. Someone's put a load of masking tape on that one. Look. 3. So you can do point served. That's 3.
Yeah.
Should be 4. 5. And 6 over here.
Could be 7 because there's one in the...
6 there. Shouldn't be live. And anything that way shouldn't be live now. There you go. Nothing. So 6 points now, yeah?
Yeah.
And then nothing in here will be live because this is pretty much back entry with that one. Nothing. Nothing. So this will be our second radial. Sweet as. Right, I've connected in this second 16 amp radial now. We can do an earth loop. It should be quite a small one actually because it only does the bedroom in here. .68, yep. So we can do an RCD now. So you can record that, 0.68.
Yep.
On circuit, whatever it is, 5. I'll set this up and then I'll have a look, mate.
Circuit 6.
Yeah, so that's now going to be burger alarm, fridge freezer, bedroom, lounge. But just put sockets, burger alarm, and whatever. Right, we've got all the circuits are bar this one. This is a lighting circuit, and it's got a dead short between neutral and earth. And obviously on the old board, it wasn't an RCD. So now this is not going to hold in if we try and put this on an RCD. So we're going to try and find this. I think they've wired all the feeds to the switches. So right, we've just taken off this switch. It's got super long screws, and I believe he's been biting down on that neutral there. So we'll go back to the board. Do our insulation resistance between neutral and earth. We had a dead short before. And that's acceptable. That's it. Managed to get all the lighting back on now, which is good. I'm just trying to find these bonds. We've got a gas pipe. Got gas and water running at the same bit, and we've got a bonding cable there. One there comes inside the cupboard here. So we've got one clamp there. We'll have to turn off, disconnect that, approve that. That's going to be the gas, British Gas approved. Yeah, so there's the gas valve. Here's the water bond, and we've got a bit of cross bonding, but I'm not sure. I can't actually get to the clamp, so I'm wondering whether it's... Oh, I can feel it. Okay, so again, I can't actually get to this bond, but what I'll do, I know you guys don't like it. What I'll do is I'll disconnect the gas, and then I'll test to the water pipe, and I shouldn't have any parallel paths then, and that will then prove this bonding cable for me. We've got to do ZS at the one smoke. I've got one smoke in here, as you can see. it's an ionisation again in a corridor, which, as we know, these aren't meant for corridors, yeah? They are meant for bedrooms and living rooms with smouldering furniture, basically. They're not built for this area, but what you can do, we can get one, and these are the same bases. You can just put the head on it.
Yeah.
You can just click the head on it. Right, so as I said, when I do my boards, I don't talk up until the end because you take in stuff in and out. But on these Hager boards, they give you the torque settings there, look, which is nice, quite interesting. Jesus, hot in here. Right, I haven't got any blanks for this board, so what I'm going to do is fit the metal front cover ones, and then I'll then come back at another time and fit the plastic dim rail blanks in, because they're a lot better, to be fair. We're done on this one now. I'll show you in a minute. Right, there we go. I've got it all labelled up. Oven hob, spare. Kitchen sockets, main socket, spare. Bed sockets, fridge and alarm. Lights, bed, living room, kitchen, spare. Smoke, lights, hob, bath, bed, 2. So can't get any sort of more specific than that. I've got the metal blanks in. I would have liked the modules, but it doesn't matter. It is what it is. I like these boards. Now I've just got to label up or put all my credentials on there. Yeah, that's it basically on this one. Thanks to Hager for sponsoring the video. Big shout out to you guys for sending me the stuff. Yeah, if you found the video interesting, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, it's for free. And take care, have a good one. Bye-bye.